I have the biggest smile on my face because it feels so good to be recording an episode for Stay True to You. Welcome back. It's been a minute. I hope you're all doing well and that the new year is treating you well so far. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. My name is Karishma. And if you're an OG, things are about to change. We're going to have some more fun going forward. So, this episode is called Jai Catch Up and Where I'm Really At Right Now. Just because I want to fill you in, I want to have a heart to heart conversation. And one of my favorite words in Hindi is gupshup. So, and it means a heart to heart chat. So, we're going to gupshup and just like shoot the shit, just have a good time. And that's kind of the theme of this year for me. Last year, my word of the year was intentionality, and it was, oh my God, it was beautiful. Like, I really felt like I was being intentional about my life, and it was amazing the way things panned out. But this year, I was like, you know what? I really miss just like playing and having fun because I can. I think somewhere along the way, I got really caught up with adulting and I have no regrets. It feels really good to be a put together human being and to live the life that I live. And I want to create space for fun. So stay tuned, more to come. But for this podcast revamp, going forward, I want to be more playful. I want to be more lighthearted. And there are some things that I'm going to be introducing that I've never done before, but your girl is feeling creative, you guys. So I'm looking forward to really sharing parts of myself that I think I may have filtered or masked because I was scared of really sharing myself authentically. And I mean, how ironic is that? This podcast is literally called Stay True to You, and I wasn't staying true to myself. So that was a good wake up call. And this isn't really like an announcement episode of any sort. It's more like a cozy catch up where we pick up where we left off because I was reflecting and looking back. It's been a while, you know. The last time I recorded a podcast was May of 2025. And it's been a few months since I've done this. And I really had to shake off the rustiness and like get back into the swing of things in a way where it feels organic and natural and approachable. I was scared. I was scared to come on and record a podcast episode because it's been a while, but I'm coming back to what sparks joy for me, and using my voice to connect with you guys in this way is so meaningful. And I love hearing from you when an episode resonates and you're like, Harish, that really spoke to me. So it feels good to be coming back to this space and do like a little check in after what's felt like a creative cocoon these past few months. And I did go quiet on purpose. You know, I needed space to listen, feel, and just like live my life outside of being online and being on public platforms. Um, I didn't really disappear, but I did go inward. And that felt really good because I felt the need to pivot and make some changes in my life that you'll see where I'm going with. But it's felt really good to go into stillness and silence more. And what's really cool is this month, my husband and I are doing something really new, which is called a no social January. And it was his idea after the Christmas holidays when we came back from Jersey, hanging out with family, having a really good amount of quality time with them. And when we came back, he was like, you know, I'm really feeling a no social January, kind of like how we like men have like a no shave November. And I was like, I don't know if I've heard of a no social January, but I'm curious. What does that mean? Like, are we going to be antisocial? And he was like, it's not about being antisocial. It's about just like slowing down, not having to go out as much and just like chill at home, get into a routine, enjoy our mortgage, like just chill for a whole month with no social plans on the calendar for 4 to 5 weekends in a row. And when I heard that, the introvert in me got so excited and so happy. I was like, yes, this is my cup of tea. I am so down for no social January. And it's been 12 days of no social January. And I can safely say we're doing well. Things are thriving. Life is going smoothly. And we're just having a good time being at home and resetting our life for 2026. So it feels really good and I highly encourage it. We're making it a tradition going forward, and your girl is stoked. So, going back to the creative cocoon I mentioned earlier, some things came about that I don't think I even got to share with you guys on this podcast. But let's just say I felt like I was creating from a place of pressure. Like, I didn't know where I was mustering up all this energy to pour into my creative projects, but I was like forcing myself and pushing to a degree that it felt like I was back on the hamster wheel of hustle culture and grinding. And it taught me that I need to slow down. And I want to bring this concept to the forefront because even now, like in January, we're all coming up with goals for the year and what we want to do going forward, what we want to achieve. But I really want to bring to the forefront how beautiful it is to slow down and practice silence so that you can actually hear yourself and what it is you want to say. So I've been slowing down a good amount, and it's brought up a lot of creative ideas for me. And one of them is that last year in the summer, I launched my very own wellness events company, and it's called How Are You Really? And it was such an intuitive download because I slowed down. I could hear my thoughts, I could receive downloads, and it felt really good to be able to just like go within and see what it is I want to put out in the world. And my girlfriend has been encouraging me for quite some time, like Kirshma, I know you're an online business, but there's so much value in putting yourself out in the community and having in person events. And I'll be honest, there was a part of me that was scared. I didn't know that I could put myself out there in that way. And so I finally mustered up the courage to launch How Are You Really and announce my launch celebration called You Belong Here. And the theme of it was based off of a Hindi word, also one of my favorite words, and it's called Apnapan. And Apnapan is pretty much like a sensation that you experience when you feel at home with people and you just feel really warm, genuine connections, and you just feel at ease. And that's one of the most priceless experiences a human can have. And I wanted to cultivate that in a space. So I rented out a yoga studio in Philadelphia and I hosted my very first in person event last year in August. And it was amazing, you guys. It was intimate. There was 10 of us all together, and it was the perfect number of people because we all got to express ourselves and share and connect with each other. It really felt like community was being created. And it all came because I slowed down and went within. So I highly recommend when you want to, achieve things, consider slowing down first because you'd be surprised what comes up for you in that space of stillness. A lot can come up for you when you slow down and take a moment to go within and ask yourself, who am I? How do I want to express myself? And what do I want to put out in the world? So much can come from that. And now, fast forward, I have hosted 3 events in 2025. My next event is being announced very soon. And I guess I can tell you on here, it's going to be announced online today. My next event is a Galentine's event, which is a self love experience with my girlfriend Reshika, who is the founder of Angan. And it's beautiful because I never imagined that doing in person events meant that I could partner with people and collaborate. And something I truly believe in is collaboration over competition. And it's really fun to collaborate with like minded people who are up to big things, and you get to be in those rooms with those people and exchanging ideas and executing on them. And it just becomes a very energizing experience. So, if you are in the tri state area, I would love, love, love to have you. It's on February 22nd in New Jersey. I'll post the details of the event in the show notes, so do check it out. We're going to be journaling and connecting, and Reshika is going to be teaching us a dance piece to a Bollywood song. And if you're new to Bollywood, it's an awesome time. If you're a Bollywood lover like me, you probably know this song. It's called Ye Ishq Hai from Jab We Met, and it's a vibe. And it's going to be all about going within, connecting with ourselves, and honestly, like enjoying female friendships. So definitely come with your girlfriends. It's going to be an awesome time at a Galentine's event. If you're looking to make plans, check this out. So, yeah, I've hosted a few events already and we are, really moving forward and there's more to come. So, I'm really excited about this wellness events company that I have been focused on along with my coaching business. And I do have to say, it's been exciting, but it's also been a lot. I have been experiencing burnout, and I think what I'm realizing is that we tend to rush to the next chapter of life because that in between stage can be really uncomfortable. And I understand, I get it. But what if we let ourselves sit in the discomfort and allow ourselves to take baby steps forward in a way that feels nourishing and mindful? Like we all are gonna die one day. We all are gonna end up in at the same destination. And I see so many of us rushing to get to the next chapter, to move forward. And it's like, what if you can take a moment to simply be and exist in this time and space and enjoy where you're at right now? That in itself can be huge. So I'm also learning the beauty of being present and slowing down. And it's not easy at first because we're not accustomed to it. But when you can slow down and take it easy to just like be where you're at right now, it's actually really like comforting. It's really peaceful. And this awareness took me a while to realize and really integrate into my way of being. As someone who has really looked at productivity as a way to feel worthy in life, to tell me of all people to slow down That's like not possible. That's like telling a cheetah to be as slow as a turtle, like make it make sense. Um, I did not know how to slow down until I got forced to. And that happened at a different point last year, towards the end of last year in December. It had been a few months. I was in a leadership training program that I joined. I applied for it very excitedly, thinking this is going to give me more clarity on my life and it's what's going to make me successful as a leader. It's going to be great. I'm going to learn all the skills. And I was very excited. I did not know what I signed up for. It meant extremely long hours, a ton of trainings and coaching sessions, and on the court hours and phone conversations, like so much energy output on top of running not one now, but two businesses. So let's just say I really got in it when it came to burnout. I don't even know how I was functioning, but I only could see one answer, one next step, which was to quit this leadership training program that I so excitedly applied for and thought was going to change my life. And it was really hard. But the really cool thing is that I spoke up for myself in a very authentic way. I learned to be an advocate for myself because I expressed to not just my coach, but also both the directors, hey, your girl has bipolar disorder, and I cannot handle such high levels of stress, racing thoughts, and lack of quality sleep. And that was really scary for me to be that straight with people of authority and tell them that I had this mental health illness because, quite frankly, I was scared of being judged or shamed. I was scared of disappointing them. I wanted to be quote unquote normal because I felt abnormal. And I didn't want to feel like a victim. But I am so proud of myself for speaking up for myself because there's so much good that came from those conversations. And what I learned is that you being an advocate for yourself and standing up for yourself is teaching others to do the same. And the reason why I can say that with so much conviction today is because when I caught up with my coach after I talked to her about quitting because I was concerned about my health, she told me later on, because of that conversation, something awoke in her, something cracked open in her, and she went forward and booked her own doctor's appointments. And she scheduled a surgery that she was putting off for 3 years. Take that in for a moment. Like, because I spoke up for my health, someone else did something for their health. That's amazing. And it's not to toot my own horn. It's more of like an aha moment that, oh, me standing up for myself isn't selfish or something to be ashamed of. It's actually teaching others to do the same for themselves. It becomes a domino effect. And that was so damn cool to be a witness to. I've never met my coach, but she's awesome. I might have her on the podcast as a guest at some point because we've bonded so closely and we're just like, we're a team. She's got me, I've got her, and it feels phenomenal to have a coach like that in my corner who's open to saying, hey, you taught me something, you know? And then my directors were super understanding. They were very compassionate and empathetic. And they were like, look, Karishma, your health comes first. And we want to be a stand for you being able to have it all? What if you continued and completed the program on your own terms in a way where you still get the value that you came for and you don't let it affect your health? What if you have a breakthrough in your health instead? What if you have a breakthrough in your business? My antennas went up. I was like, well, hello, that's awesome. That's why I came to begin with. So, fast forward to, what was it? Last week, actually, these conversations took place. I continued. I didn't quit the program. I'm still doing it. I'm still running two businesses. And honestly, I feel great. I feel great because I stood up for myself. Accommodations were made for me to make sure that my health is prioritized. I love myself even more for using my voice. And I'm going to say it. It feels really fucking good, you know? So if you get anything from this episode, let it be this: you deserve to speak up for yourself. You deserve to stand up for yourself. You matter, you are worthy, and you don't have to be a doormat. Period. So, yeah, that's something that unlocked for me literally last week, and that's where I've been. And a mantra I want to introduce to you. This isn't my words, it's from a deck that I have by the Nap Ministry. I found them on Instagram and I realized by looking into their page that they have um, cards, like a deck, kind of like tarot cards, but like cards with messages on it, all to do with rest and how it's a form of resistance, how rest is not earned, but you just deserve to rest because you don't have to give into capitalism and consumerism. So, yeah, I was like, sign me up. I want those cards on my coffee table. So, one of the cards said this mantra that I'm leading with now, and it's, I will do less, watch me thrive. I'm going to say it again. I will do less, watch me thrive. Take that in for a moment. How powerful is that? In a world that tells us to do more, to be more, what if you challenged that for a moment and said, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do less and I'm still going to thrive. What will come of that? I mean, what are the possibilities? Test it out. See what happens. So that's the mantra I'm leading with at the moment. And my life feels really balanced. I feel like I am enjoying the different aspects of my life, from making nutritious meals at home to journaling to reading good books to spending time with my husband and dog to coloring. That's a big one. I've been coloring and it's so fun. To decluttering the house, to now podcasting and getting back into content creation and doing my leadership program. Like, I can have it all while maintaining balance. And I know I just said I will do less and then just listed a whole bunch of things I'm doing, but a lot of it has to do with pleasure. So I'm tapping into more pleasure this year. And that's why my word of the year is fun. Speaking of fun, something I want to share with you as we wrap up this episode is that I don't talk about this enough, but I'm going to now, in the name of authenticity and keeping it real. I absolutely love Bollywood. And I can finally say that shamelessly. No hate towards the people that made me scared or embarrassed of saying that out loud. But growing up, my mom, love her, but she would say things like, oh my goodness, like they have to dance in the rain, or oh my goodness, these actors and actresses and celebrities have to put on so much makeup and do their hair and run around trees. Like, what kind of job is that? And by the way, going back to what I said, if you don't know what Bollywood is, it's the Hollywood of India. Probably not the best way to describe it, but it's the movie industry in India, in South Asia, and it's a major part of my childhood growing up. And I think I used to carry shame around it because even when I was learning Kathak, which is an Indian dance, like an Indian classical dance form, I learned from my surroundings that, oh, there's like not enough substance in Bollywood, or all they do is just like shake their hips and do stupid stuff. Like, I just heard a lot of messages that didn't celebrate Bollywood for what it truly is. And I want to keep it real and say Bollywood is the reason why I am so connected to my roots. Okay. It's why I'm a true Desi girl living in America. I give a lot of credit to Bollywood for the ability to speak in Hindi. And today, that's the language I use and communicate in with my in laws, like a lot. So, like, I've grown up watching Bollywood women, like Bollywood celebrities, actresses giving interviews, and I would look up to them growing up and look at them going through their share of challenges, ups and downs, and how they would make it. Saw myself in them. So there's a lot to be said about that, and I don't want to negate all the good that's come from Bollywood. And plus, you guys, like the movies are so fun to watch, and the music is so good. And like as a dancer, I've grown up dancing to Bollywood songs. So, that being said, a big part of my brand is going to celebrate Bollywood, not shit talk it, because Bollywood gets a lot of hate. And I know it's not perfect. There's a lot of room for growth and diversity and inclusion. I understand, I get it. But being someone who is really focusing on the good of Bollywood, I am excited to share more with you guys going forward by referencing what these actors and actresses share in interviews, and we can reflect together. you know um More to come. Like, it may not be as clear what I'm planning on doing, but you'll get a taste of it in future episodes. And trust me, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be entertaining and educational and empowering, all of the e's. And one last thing I want to share with you. I have rebranded yet again. Last year, I rebranded as a resilience coach because I thought, hey, that's something people want to experience in life. And I have learned in the past year through observation and conversation is that people are innately hella resilient. People don't need a resilience coach because they are so resilient as they are. And I want to acknowledge humans for being resilient. So I thought about it. What way can I serve people? How can I show up for people? And I have decided to go into, ready for this? Drum roll, please. I have decided to rebrand as a relationship coach. And I am so excited, you guys. Like, the amount of creative ideas I have and the ways I look forward to serving my community. And this isn't just romantic relationships, it's your friendships, your professional relationships with your colleagues and your boss. It's also personal ones with your in laws or with your siblings or anybody. If it's a connection that you need support with, talk to me. I've got your back as your very own relationship coach, as someone who has really um, aspired to create a sense of belonging in her life. I have put in a hell of a lot of thought and effort into having thriving relationships. And I can finally say I have a beautiful, trustworthy, and fun community around me. So, yeah, that's some new things that are going on in my life. And just wanted to thank you. I really enjoyed recording this episode. It felt light and it felt like we were chatting over a cup of chai. And I'm looking forward to coming back bi weekly and just keep connecting with you in this way. More to come. And if there's anything that you take away from this, you are so worthy, you are so loved, and you are so enough. Keep staying true to you. I love you.